In a crowded courtroom one summer morning, a young woman named Tiffany walked in with an air of superiority that seemed to weigh heavier than the designer purse on her shoulder. Born into a wealthy family, she had never known struggle or consequence, and her spoiled upbringing had made her dismissive of those she considered beneath her. She was facing charges of reckless driving, having endangered several lives with her careless behavior. As she sat down, she whispered loudly to her friend, mocking the seriousness of the court, and laughing, as though the day's proceedings were nothing more than an inconvenience. When the judge entered, a tall, calm black man named Judge Harris, the room fell silent, everyone except Tiffany. She rolled her eyes and muttered under her breath, "Great, another one of them pretending to have power." Her words didn't go unheard. The entire courtroom stiffened in shock at her disrespect. Judge Harris, however, did not react outwardly. Instead, he began the trial with his usual patience, listening carefully to the testimonies and reviewing the evidence. Tiffany, uninterested, scrolled on her phone, giggled at texts, and interrupted with snide remarks. At one point, she even waved dismissively at the judge, saying, "Can we speed this up? I have better things to do." Many expected Judge Harris to explode in anger, but he simply adjusted his glasses, maintaining composure. After all arguments were made, he leaned forward, his voice firm yet calm, and delivered his decision. Tiffany was found guilty of reckless endangerment, but instead of the expected fine, which her parents would have easily paid, Judge Harris handed down a sentence that silenced the room. She would serve 200 hours of community service in the very neighborhoods most affected by reckless driving accidents, attend mandatory road safety classes, and volunteer at a rehabilitation center for victims of car crashes. Her privilege and money could not erase this punishment. She had to face the consequences herself. Tiffany's laughter quickly faded, her smirk replaced by shock. The courtroom erupted in murmurs of approval at the wisdom of the sentence. Judge Harris looked directly at her and said, "Respect is not bought by wealth. It is earned by how you treat others and by the responsibility you take for your actions." In the weeks that followed, Tiffany's arrogance was chipped away as she witnessed firsthand the pain caused by negligence. She met families torn apart by accidents, listened to survivors' stories, and worked long hours under the watchful eyes of people who demanded accountability. For the first time in her life, Tiffany learned humility. The moral of the story is clear. True authority does not need to shout. It teaches through justice, and respect for others is far more valuable than riches or